gentlemen, you guys did vote for this livery. I put a poll up between this and the JPS Lotus, and you guys voted for the Gucci Alpine. Now, I didn't quite realise how bad this livery would be to well, it's not been released yet, basically. But I wanted to have a load of... The first thing is the Gucci patterning. I wanted to have it all over the car. That was my first thought. You know, have it all over the car. And I thought this would be easy, right? Wrong. So I tried to put it on the paint file, and basically I tried a couple of approaches and it just ended up being blotchy, not to scale, basically unusable. So in the end I had to settle with it on a strip which looks awful on the rear wing, and then inside the Alpine logo, which I don't think looks too bad, but the Alpine logo on this particular version of the Alpine isn't that big compared to some previous years where it has been a lot bigger. So yes, all the other sponsors, just like the Lotus, are in gold as well. There's also the green and red stripes, which, to be honest, if it looks a bit meh in places, that's purely because I have no control. I have little control over that. I don't like what it's done to the halo. It's awful. But what it's done, it has added a strip to the side. It's had a little bit of a strip to the front wing, which doesn't really do much, to be honest. Overlaps the Yeti logo as well at this point, and there's a strip also on the rear wing too, below the Gucci logo. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, this livery will look a lot better when I come later on down the line to recreate the JPS Lotus livery. You can see there that strip. But yes, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm probably not going to put this livery on overtake purely on how bad it is, in my opinion. It will just probably be on Discord should you wish to do. Link is in the description below. But yes, let's move to a race around one of my worst tracks, Hungary. So obviously this is coming up in a couple of weeks, but I've got something else planned when the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend is on. So that's why we are here today at the Hungaroring as well. Now, yeah, I'm not very good around here with P12, which can be driven as Franco Colapinto, because I don't believe I've ever driven as him, or very rarely driven as him in any of the videos. So, you know, I thought switch up. We'll come back to drive as Gasly when we do the Lotus video as well later on down the line. Let me know if you also want to do a Renault livery, if you want me to do a Renault livery too down the line as well. Let me know about that in the comments below, and I'll add it to the list of the poll list. Make sure you check the community tab as well to get the latest poll. There is one up there for next week's video. Now, yes, a load of people are on hard tyres. I did think about possibly starting mediums, but I think in the end hards are probably the way to go. I don't want to get stuck behind. There's a load of hard tyre runners behind us, so I don't want to get stuck behind them. And hopefully, you know, if the tyre wear is low, we can move to softs potentially as well. That's wishful thinking probably. 5 laps though, and away we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and it's an awful start for me as well. It's a better start for Gasly on both of us on the hards. I'm being swarmed. I'm going to send it down the inside. About 4 cars there. Going to tyre bang with Ocon. I'm actually going to try and get in front of Gasly here. So Ocon and Gasly on the inside. I'm going to cut across, trying to get in front of one of the Ferraris. It's Leclerc as well, and that is Arvid Lindblad, who's going to move ahead of we have a couple of people up the front. That is Lando Norris in last week's liveried Vodafone McLaren. He is the lead, which is probably unrealistic considering McLaren's pace. They only won that sprint and they haven't won any Grand Prix so far. Dive bomb down the inside of Leclerc, right course at this section, and up to P8 on lap 2. I mean, this is just the textbook manoeuvre in the middle sector when they're all sort of just slowed up like this behind a car in front. It's a Mercedes, which I'm surprised not doing much as Norris is flying out front. I then lost overtake, and that moment, you know, I knew that the chances of getting P7 were over, as that gap has gone from 1.7 seconds on lap 3 to just over 4, it's 3.8 this corner as well. Leclerc also has some weird braking. I don't know if this is an AI behaviour, but they have some AI behaviour, as I'll tell Mark to be quiet because he's annoying me as usual. So that's a bit wide through this corner. Leclerc's having a go. No, Leclerc, you're not getting past as well. He'll be very disappointed if this actually happens to him IRL, because obviously he's had that high winning at Silverstone in real life. Further in front of me, we've got Max Verstappen, who seems to be... I don't know how he's ended up in P7, but it's not going to last for much longer as he's passed Oscar Piastri. Meanwhile, my teammate is coming under pressure from, I believe, that is Arvid Lindblad. Of course, drove around him in the Racing Balls video in Japan. So, yes. Lap 13, a couple of people made an early stop on the medium compound tyre runners. They made an early stop. Gaz is going another lap on his hard, so yes, but we're coming in. Interesting, Leclerc's coming as well. I'd expect him to try and undercut me, because he probably had the pace to do that, but the fact he's coming ahead with me is probably a sign there for Leclerc and Ferrari, really. And he's had a poor stop by the looks of it, because he was right behind me. There is Ocon. He was a medium tyre runner, so he is obviously coming out in front of us. We do need to get in front of Ocon. I'm going to dart down the inside of turn 1 of Ocon and get back in front. Overtake. I'm going to use now overtake mode to run away from Esteban. Use the medium compound tyres and, try and make this maneuver, try and run away. And hopefully Ocon can hold up Leclerc. That was my thinking. However, at the end of the lap, well, you can see that I've been able to drop Ocon, and Ocon is now under threat from Charles Leclerc, and Leclerc's just going to go past with overtake mode enabled for him too. Up at the front then, Norris and Hamilton still lead. Looks like Russell's broken the gap. Hadjar is now in front of his teammate Verstappen, who has jumped Antonelli. That is Lance Stroll, and well, they're hoping to bring a major update to try and bridge that gap to stop them being a tub of lard. Aston Martin as well, as my teammate's making a lovely two-wide move down the inside of both Lawson and Behrman too. So, but obviously that's not for any point positions as well. What is for the points, well, sorry, not is really for the points, is of course Albon getting past Lindblad. So Lindblad, who had that good exit as well, is now dropping positions, and Albon on the mediums is now getting in front of Ocon too. Could he be a threat as well to both Leclerc? Because Leclerc has just been sitting behind. Really, this is his closest chance he's had. Lap 24 with just 2 laps remaining. Yeah, basically my tarts are starting to go off from 25%, 26%. And what happened here is exactly what happened on the hard tyres. Went wide here, and we ended up side by side. But then Leclerc just, backs out of it. I got a warning as well for collision with Leclerc, unlike the first one. And I don't really see any contact there, but Leclerc in the end wasn't able to get past. Piastri could have pit in the end for soft tyres and set fastest lap. He probably would have done if fastest lap was still on the point. They were that far in front. My pace around here was awful. Maybe the AI was too high today. I had it on 90. I've been struggling a little bit with trying to set the AI up to be competitive to my skill set. I know this is a dreadful track for me, as well as Alex Albon gets drive of the day. So, yes, that though is probably where I'm going to leave it. Lando winning comfortably over Hamilton there. Russell really completing that all-British podium. Hadjar in front of Verstappen and Antonelli as well. Yeah, P8, not too bad. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I'll take points any day around this circuit because it is not a good track for me. But yes, apologies that the race was not that. It was not an interesting race. You know, I've ticked racing around here now. I've given it a tick. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but the racing in real life at least is more. It's always more enjoyable than watching it in the game. That's what I find anyway. You may find something different. You can see the train that I created at the end as my tyres just went off a cliff as well. And look, Gasly's fastest lap was a second faster than mine, just to show that that's where the pace was. Although he was faster than quite a lot of people in the end, so who knows about that fastest lap there. But yes, I'll be coming back soon. The next episode will be out soon. That episode might be out in a couple of weeks, depending on this heat wave. Bearing in mind, for those of you not in the UK right now, it is currently a sauna in every room in my house. And we don't have air conditioning or any cooling device whatsoever. Don't even have a fan. So, yes. It is like trying to record in an oven. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to get done this weekend. Might get some liveries designed. Probably not going to get any racing done. So yes, all I can do is apologise about that. But hope there should be some cooler weather on the way, and I'll be able to crack out some videos then back to back, really, in terms of that, and get these edited and recorded and whatnot. So yes, but that's where I'm going to leave it to today's video. The poll is still up for the next video, which will be at the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa's a much better track for me than it was in the past. Who knows, it's going to be like that. And they got 5 overtake zones at IRL. I don't think they got that in the game yet. So yes, but until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. I just want to say a huge thank you for watching today's video, spending your time watching me race the Gucci Alpine livery around Hungary. I really do appreciate it. Until the next video, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.